What you do in life echoes in eternity.
You are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you.
It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you.
Where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
If that doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. Keep going with massive action.
You are listening to Thought Food.
Hey, it's your girl Becky Kisoon. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is your daily source for personal and spiritual development. These messages are from Daily Meditation. You can find new uploads here Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for joining me today. You guys, I want to apologize for not being as consistent as I usually am. This week has been really hectic for me. Until I get a team together, which I am planning on doing, everything's on me. So in the future, we're going to have different speakers that come on during different days of the week. For right now, it's just me, and I'm completely loving it, and I'm thankful. If you guys know, I've said on one of my prior podcasts that I have a speaking engagement coming up, and it is on a subject that is very distant from what I usually talk about. I'm going to be talking about social media. For that, it's taken a lot of research from me, and it's taken up a lot of time. So as far as content, me creating original content and all of that. So that's why you guys haven't been hearing so much from me. I've been working on that. And I thought, why not just talk to you guys today? Instead of having an official message that I always do, why not just talk to you? So today I wanted to talk to you guys about what I have learned in the last 2 days. As you know, I love to self-reflect, and these messages are from Daily Meditation. But instead of me putting it together like I usually do, I'm just going to talk from my heart. And what I want to tell you guys is when you have something that you're striving for that's beyond your comfort zone, I want you to jump. A lot of us are so afraid of our fears, and we never take action. And when you get old and you're looking in the book of your life, and you're reading it to your friends and family members, I don't want it to be boring. I want you to have a very interesting life. I want you to look back and see how afraid that you were, and you decided to take that chance anyways. I don't want you to have regrets. I want you to feel the fear and do it anyways. Because at the end of the day, you know what it takes. You know what it takes, but you're too afraid. And so I want to inspire you to take that step anyways, and you know what it is. But when you look back on the story of your life, I want you to look back and I want you to see a story that you're proud of. I want you to look back, and I don't want you to have regrets. Don't be afraid to do things that will leave you shaking in your boots. You're going to be terrified when you take chances and when you do things that are in alignment with your dreams. Terrified. And it's you taking those steps while you're terrified that will make the difference in your life. When I look back on my life, the most exciting times was when I took chances. The most exciting times were when I felt so fearful, but I did it anyways. And you know what I realized? When you do something when you're fearful, in place of that fear, when you're feeling every single feeling you can feel and you're so afraid and you do it anyways, I realized that the next time that you do it, it's kind of like you jumped over the highest hurdle. It's like it gets easier and easier and easier. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for that fear to go away, and sometimes it never goes away. You always feel it, but that shows you something. When you're doing something and you're fearful of it, it means that you're getting out of your comfort zone. Comfort zones are where complacency lives. You don't want to live in your comfort zone. People who live in their comfort zones never accomplish anything great. Why do you want to be there anyways? You got to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. You got to be willing to be fearful. You got to be willing to be shaken in your boots, and you got to do it anyways. I want to remind you today, do not live in complacency. Do not live in complacency so that you can be comfortable in your comfort zone. Now, I know the people that listen to this podcast are not those people. There's some people that are okay living in their comfort zones, and that's cool for them. I'm not saying anything's wrong with them, but the people that listen to this podcast, you want to live life whole and full, having every experience that you can possibly have in this lifetime. You understand that this lifetime is short. And you don't want to just live every day, going to your 9 to 5 and have a schedule that you follow every day. You want a little bit of excitement. You want to live your dreams. You want to live this full out. And so I just want to inspire you today. I don't know what you're afraid of. I don't know what you have been neglecting because you're too afraid. But I want to urge you to take action through your fear anyways, because at the end of the day, even if you screw up, you're going to learn from it. And guess what? If you fall, you're going to get right back up, because that's what you've done your entire life. You fell and you got back up. The people that are too afraid to fall end up falling anyways because they never even tried. You are not average. That's why you're listening to this podcast. You are an overachiever. And you can do this. I don't know what it is, but I know that you can do it. That's why it's on your heart. That's why you're crazy enough to do it in face of your fears. You're crazy enough to do it and feel the fear anyways. Your fears cannot defeat you because you're different. You're different. You look fear in the face and you tell them to get out the way. When you think about your decision, think about 20 years from now. Think about, would I want to risk not making this decision because of fear? And look back 20 years from now, will I regret that? Or will I be happy with that decision? I want you to think about, will this enhance my life in any way with staying in my comfort zone? Because in order for you to stretch, in order for you to build, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. When you're lifting weights and you're building your muscles, what do you have to do to your muscle in order to increase weights? For your muscle to increase in bulk, you have to keep lifting heavier and heavier muscles in order for your muscle mass to increase, right? You have to get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone and start lifting heavier and heavier for your muscle mass to increase. You have to get out of your comfort zone to be great. It's not going to feel good. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Leaving your comfort zone feels uncomfortable. So if you're thinking that you're waiting to feel comfortable, realize that you will never, ever feel comfortable. It's in knowing this and taking that jump anyways that gets you going. In realizing that, hey, it's never going to feel right. It's always going to feel scary. It's doing that through those feelings. I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, peace.